So Ted Lasso is back. And when Ted Lasso ended after season 3, I honestly thought that was the end. Not because I didn't love the show, quite the opposite, actually. I loved it so much that I thought Ted's story had reached the perfect conclusion. So when a fourth season was announced, I wasn't immediately excited. I was actually very, very cautious. Did we need a fourth season of Ted Lasso? And after watching episode 1 of this new season, I think I have my answer.
From movie screens to TV scenes, movie reviews and everything between. Top 5 breakdowns, favorites win, celebrity conversations pull you in. Hit record, let the real begin. Big screens, bold takes, let's dive in. Step into the spotlight. Welcome to Wilhelm!
What's up, everybody? Ben back here, and welcome back to Wilhelm. Today, I'm talking about the season 4 premiere of Ted Lasso. This review is completely spoiler-free and is based only on episode 1 in accordance with Apple's review embargo. Special thanks to Apple and Allied Marketing for giving me the opportunity to screen the season in advance in order to do a little bit of a review like this. This if you've followed me or followed Wilhelm for any length of time, you probably know how much Ted Lasso means. This was a show that came into my life and the lives of so many other people at exactly the right time. It wasn't just funny. It wasn't just emotional. It reminded us that kindness still mattered. It reminded us to believe in people. And over the course of 3 seasons, these characters became people I genuinely cared about. So when season 4 was announced, I had very mixed emotions. I'm not going to lie about it. Did I want to see these characters again? Yes, absolutely. Did I want more of this feel good feeling that I had? Yes, 100%. But I wasn't asking for another season because I honestly believed the ending of season 3 was just kind of perfect and beautiful. I know there are critics that disagree with that and they think season 3 was the weakest season, but I wholeheartedly disagree with that. But as we got closer to this time with season 4 getting ready to premiere, I realized something the more I started thinking about it. Jason Sudeikis and Brett Goldstein, 2 of the creators of the show as well as the stars of the show, they care about these characters just as much as we do. And they're also very protective of this property because of that. So I truly believe they wouldn't have come back unless they felt there was another meaningful story to tell. And after watching this first episode of this new season, I think they're right. I think they were right. One of the things I really appreciated the most about this premiere is that it doesn't pretend that nothing has changed. Instead of dropping us right back into the familiar world of AFC Richmond that we know, we get to spend a little time with Ted back home. And at first, that change of scenery feels a little strange. And I think that's intentional. We've spent 3 seasons associating this character of Ted with Richmond. So seeing him back in Kansas naturally creates a different feeling for the episode, for the return of this. But what I found really interesting in regards to everything is Ted himself. On paper, he has everything he fought to get back. He's close to Henry, his son. He has a healthy co-parenting relationship with Michelle. He's home with his family. And yet, you can tell when you watch this, something is missing. Jason Sudeikis plays Ted with this quiet sense of longing that never overshadows the optimism we've come to love. But it lets you see that he's still searching for a little bit of purpose. It's subtle, it's believable, and it's probably one of my favorite aspects, of this entire premiere. And then we get familiar faces like Rebecca, Keeley, and Higgins. And as they begin to re-enter Ted's life, the episode starts to feel more and more like the Ted Lasso that we remember. Seeing those characters outside of Richmond was a fun change of pace, honestly. And in a way, it reminded me very much of season one, because back then, Ted was the one that was stepping into an unfamiliar world. This time, we're kicking things off and the roles are reversed. It creates a fresh dynamic without ever losing what makes these characters incredibly special to all of us. But what really stood out to me in watching this wasn't the setting. It was really the feeling. The humor that we know and love is still there. The emotion that we know and love is still there. And most importantly, the heart that we know and love from these characters is still there, even after just one episode back. By the end of the episode, I found myself once again smiling through happy tears, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. The show has made me cry happy, sad, emotional tears multiple times, more times than I can count, watching in those first 3 seasons. So to get that feeling back in just the first episode of Return felt so incredibly special. And the cool thing was that I got those tears not just because the show was trying to recreate old moments, but because it reminded me why I fell in love with this series in the first place. And, there's something that I kind of kept thinking about as the credits of the first episode were rolling. And that's the fact that coming back to Ted Lasso doesn't feel like a chore in this 4th season. It felt like reuniting with someone I had already said a beautiful goodbye to. Um, I wasn't sure. Again, I needed another chapter, but now I'm genuinely really excited to see where this one goes. I'm going to continue watching. I may do some additional reviews here and there as to how I still feel about this new season. I'm excited about it now. We'll see if that continues. And if the previous show has shown us anything, I'm sure it will. But I have to give it a rating. This is a review. I have to give it a rating. And this isn't just coming from somebody who absolutely adores Ted Lasso. I'm giving this a really objective view. And this first episode, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. I really am. It's not because it's perfect, but it accomplished exactly what it needed to accomplish. It reminded me why these characters matter. It reminded me why this world of AFC Richmond and Kansas and all that includes, why this world matters. And more than anything, it reminded me why I believed in this show from the very beginning. After one episode, I don't feel like I'm watching a new season. I just feel like I'm back with old friends. And I couldn't have asked for a better feeling when it came to this. I'd be very curious to see what you guys think. So if you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments your thoughts of this episode as well when you get a chance to watch it. In the meantime, thank you guys all so much for watching. If you've seen the premiere, like I said, let me know your spoiler-free thoughts down in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this review, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Wilhelm for more reviews, interviews, and all things pop culture. And I guess I will just see you next time for another video. Oh, wait, hold on. One last thing. There was something I forgot.